Yes, Mummy and Daddy have dragged the kids out of bed again, upstairs to the roof terrace, just so we can see a beautiful view.
Mummy, look, that's where we went yesterday.
It's the whole range.
Oh.
Beautiful, isn't it, girls?
And I guess that helicopter's going to save someone.
Maybe.
Just want to see how pretty it is. The challenge is to get to the top. So up to the Peace Pagoda without any moaning and groaning, and then they get an ice cream or a drink.
Too late.
We'll see.
Oh, well done, Till.
Woo!
You didn't cry. So we're halfway up our trek to the Peace Pagoda on the hill. How are we feeling?
Not very good, we're higher than the birds.
Yeah, we're higher than the birds and we're hot and sweaty. But we're gonna have a break and then press on.
Look at the view.
We made it from all the way down there up here.
Wow, we're there now, look. Well, not quite.
Maybe, Tilly, tell everyone how you're feeling. She's tired and hot and thirsty and hungry. She wants a nap
Yeah.
and an ice cream. Debbie's waterfalls on the one moment ago. Now we're in the cave where the water comes crashing down in the river dikes deep underground now. So we're just going to go and see where it comes out. And I think you can hear the roar of the water already.
So, since we got to Nepal, everywhere you turn there seems to be alcohol shops and people serving beer. Everywhere you go. I've never seen so many alcohol shops before in such a small area. And the price isn't too bad. You know, you pay 270 Nepal rupees, which is just under £2. No, about £2 maybe. Around about £2. So, all we've been doing every day is buying alcohol. And as you can imagine, it's having an impact on the daily budget because Nick likes her alcohol, she likes her wine. But she's having to settle for beer, so we've been buying that. So when we get back to India, I think we won't obviously have the opportunity to buy much alcohol, so we'll be back to normal. But while we're here, we're going to appreciate a cold beer and some peanuts in the hot sun with the mountain views. And we'll see what happens. You never know, we might have a few more later. I'm sure we will. It's Nick, she's... Oh, do you want to get a beer? Do you want to get a beer? Do you want to get a beer? Oh, should have a beer tonight. Oh, should have a beer.
It would be rude to have a balcony and sunshine without beer.
Yeah, she's got a point. Anyway, I'm going to turn this off now because my beer's getting warm. Bye. You can just see the peak, but...
Tilly's cross because she can't go paragliding.
What's the matter, Tilla?
I don't know.
Are you angry? Why are you angry? Because what? Because what?
Because you want to go paragliding and you're not allowed. Is that right?
Tilly wants to fly through the sky and do paragliding, but we had to explain to her she's too little and too young. And she didn't like that because all she can see is people flying through the air. She wants to do it too. So she's brave enough, but she's just too small at the moment, I'm afraid. So maybe in what, 5 years, 10 years, she might be able to do it.
I think we've got an adrenaline junkie on our
Yeah. We'll have a bungee jumping by the end of the year. Yeah, Till? Yes.
Me heading away.
We've already got a rower here, a water sports enthusiast. Oh, well done, Tilla.
Circles, push,
Look how strong Tilly looks.
push. That's it. We're going round in a circle. This is great. Whee! Is that good, Tilly? Hope we won't get dizzy. Woo!
Eve, you look strong as well, look.
Wow.
You look cool. Since when did you get big muscles?
I don't know.
I don't actually know where we came from.
So where did we come from? Wait, we came from that green thing there.
So we're actually on our way now to the Tibetan refugee market.
Settlement as well.
It's a settlement, but the reason why it's important is because there's quite a bit of history between Nepal and the Tibetan refugees. Basically, when the Chinese invaded Tibet back in the late 50s, early 60s I think it was, where the Dalai Lama was exiled, a lot of the Tibetan refugees came to Nepal, and at the time Nepal gave them asylum. They gave them jobs, they gave them shelter, accommodation, that sort of stuff, and looked after them. When Nepal signed a trade agreement with China, the Chinese insisted that the Nepalese no longer recognised Tibetan refugees. So then the Nepal government immediately
Cast them out.
took it all back, all the asylum, all the money they used to give them for support. They no longer recognised the Tibetan refugees because of this trade deal with China. So now the Tibetan refugees have they're not allowed to work in Nepal, they're not allowed to drive in Nepal, and there's various other things they can't do. So
They're not allowed to own land or,
not allowed to own
claim
land. So,
any benefits or anything, I think.
so they're quite restricted as to how they can make money. So one of the ways they make money is obviously handicrafts and that sort of stuff, which they sell in the local market here. So we're going to go and have a look and maybe spend a bit of money and see what we can find.
Bye!
You're excited to spend some pocket money, aren't you?
So I've been wondering where the girls have been for a while. I managed to locate them.
Do you have any business or do you?
No,
just
we're travelling.
Where are you going?
Always looking at bracelets and stuff to buy. Always.
Okay, so we've just been to the Tibetan refugee settlement. So
And we're enjoying our Tibetan lunch.
And yeah, now we're having a Tibetan lunch.
Which consists of
So we've got
momos.
veg momos. Thanks very
We
much.
got
Don't
You need glasses?
I know it's fine. Thank you. Bottle of water. Some shafali, which
Shafali,
are like
this is shafali.
a veg pasty, I think.
We got
And
veg
some chicken
momos.
fried rice.
We
There
got
we go.
veg momos.
Okay, it's all good. Looking forward to it.
We got veg momos. These are veg momos.
You can eat them.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I'm going to just hold a bit. No, a little bit. Yeah. Nice. Tired? We're on the move again. We really enjoyed our time here in Pokhara. It's been really nice and chilled and been really easy, which is just what we needed. So now we're on the way to the madness of Kathmandu. See what that brings.
Brilliant, and it's still early. I need another.
Yeah, it's only 6:30.
Money, we tend to just buy 2 seats on the tourist buses because they're quite expensive. So the girls end up sitting on our laps, laying across us, and it works out quite well, but it can be a little bit cramped.